Okay. Let me keep this on for just another second. Hopefully they let me know what the password is relatively soon. In the meantime, hopefully we'll be streaming the Lancerusso versus SirVoltar Clan Wars game. And what do we got? We have a Seeker of Air Dragon Duck out of Mountains Anvil Castle of Crabsflesh. This looks like an updated test style deck. Nothing terribly surprising. You've got old Mitsu. Good lord, I'm washed out from the light. Oh, come on. It's different. Pardon me for just a moment. Is that better? That's a little better. Okay. So yeah, we have a dog that's growling. Pardon me for a moment. Well, they're supposed to get started at noon, but I assume they might be running a little late. So what we got is modified test. Only real new cards are Stoic Rival, which could be useful against Lion Honor. I don't believe there's a whole ton of attachments in here, so that ability should fire fairly regularly. And Sudden Tempest, which I don't know what that's supposed to accomplish. I like the card, but I don't know what the end goal for playing that card is. Good lord, the camera keeps washing me the fuck out. Okay. Besides that, nothing terribly surprising. Old Mitsu, Yokuni, fairly standard things for this kind of deck. We do see Reprieves and Pathfinder's Blade as the RL card. So provinces are going to be shut down, and that is a very potent effect, as we've seen from recent Lion decks. On the Lion side of things, we have a Honor Run deck. I've streamed SirVoltar a bunch of times, so none of this should be terribly surprising for people. Spirit Caller Prodigy is a really solid card. It's Seeker of Earth Crabsflesh, so we are looking at Common Causes and Apprentice Engineers. Those are probably exclusively to find the exposed courtyards, and that actually feels like an odd choice. I guess it could be useful for the favorable grounds as well. So I apologize for my dogs. They are being absurd at the moment. There's nothing for them to be growling at, but here we are. Divine Ancestry. I've heard people say this is a bad card. I think late game it can be really good, because you play it when you're close to honoring out, and then your opponent should be able to high bid because if they guess wrong, you win and you low bid. So, I don't know. Everything else pretty straightforward. Let's see if they are up and running yet. And that is timing. Let's take a guess at the password. Oh, I guessed well. Okay, so that is there. Sorry, now my dog's have me looking out the window like an idiot. Made the thing on Discord. Both players are in there. They can start as they see fit. Let's make that a big window. And make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. And I think we're good. Okay. And I don't think I've got anyone joining me, so I can take these off. Oh, yeah, no, hang on a second. In no way, shape, or form. Yeah, bad jokes aside. Okay, they are ready to start, and it looks like Dragon's going to have the first play. Honor Index, I think you kind of need to play aggressively and get them under wraps or under control before we get too high on honor, because they can often put themselves into a position where they just accidentally win. We'll see if that's true this game. We have the pleasantries exchanged. Doesn't look like we have a whole lot of spectators here. So this may be more of a low-key game as opposed to having everyone in voice chat. Okay. So Dragon very unhappy with what they flipped. SirVoltar flipping 2. Dragon looks like not happy with anything they've found so far. Pardon me. Okay. Seasons of War, Honored Vet, that's not a great flip for how that went off. We see Dragon just buy a Mitsu with a bunch of Fate. That is a good way to start an aggressive go with this. I would probably Seasons here because nothing you have is going to be really useful. SirVoltar goes with the Venerable Historian. Oh, I don't like that cycles, because now there's no reason not to Seasons, and you've missed out on possibly 2 passing Fate. Interestingly enough, oh, max 1 per round. You can't, I thought it was 1 per phase. So this is not great. Lance is just going to have, I assume his name is Lance, I'll just call him Lance because his username is Lancerusso. Only going to walk out of this with 1 Fate. Not really sure. I guess you... That's an awkward flip. I wouldn't have bought the Historian. I guess you go the Honored General here. Nope, goes with the Armored Artisan because he wants to fire off the Honored Veterans. That feels strange. I assume we're going to see low bids, and we do. This is not a High House of Light deck, so it's not going to need a preponderance of cards to enact its game plan. See a Pathfinder's Blade come down. I assume we're going to see a military water attack here. Nope, goes for air. Wants to stick some honor pressure on there, I guess. And we're waffling back and forth. Definitely going at the Spirit Caller. Finds a shameful display, went military, Pathfinder's Blade, not going to do anything here. SirVoltar can't really defend. I don't believe the Dragon deck has any... Let me move this out the way so it's not there. I don't believe there's some... Throws an Honor Blade on there, so there's no honor loss. What do we got? There's a finger, hawk tattoos for movements. Tetsubos. Yeah, no, this should be 2 honored blades. Alright, so he's gonna turn what could be a problem into a big help. He's gonna come out of this 1 honor ahead, but down in cards. And I didn't check characters, but Tattooed Wanderers. Okay, so there might be a... Pitches a Divine Ancestry, no big deal. So here I think you for sure go Political Air. And that'll get you a bunch of honor. And the only conflict characters in the Dragon deck are the Tattooed Wanderers, so they're not going to be able to stop anything you do here. Finding Upholding, pretty okay. I guess we could see a Void Fist happen here. Honors himself with the Historian. There's a pass, so this is gonna fly. So we're gonna see Upholding break. There's exactly, with 2 cards in hand, there's 0 need to make a cheat sheet on what we're gonna see. We have Call to War and Common Cause. I don't know why he didn't play a Call to War to keep. I guess he doesn't want to keep the Armored Artisan, so that's all fine. We should probably see a pass. From Dragon. And the rest of his row is going to be kind of squishy, I believe. Manicured Garden, Meditations, Pilgrimage. No, actually, we could see, I mean, we're going to see, unless, yeah, no, we're going to see Dragon, or, Jesus, we're going to see SirVoltar kind of peter out on the 1 break. So clearly you go Void here. And definitely hit the Swordsmith, or one of the Swordsmith provinces. Did pitch a Raitsugu on that break, so that's good news. Goes water. No. Why water? Why would you go water and why would you go at Cycle of Rebirth? Going at the swords, because you're going to be playing clearly a low bid game here. I do not understand this water conflict. You're going to get the favor anyway. There's no Ancient Masters because the deck list should be open. He hit pilgrimage, so it doesn't matter what ring he would have gone. But at the same time, like, he could have not hit pilgrimage and could have voided the Mitsu. I guess he wants to leave the Mitsu around for as long as possible. So we see Righteous Samurai. What does this one do? After you lose one or more honor, choose a character, honor that character. I guess this is with the resubmits, so this deck is a little different. Chronicler Conquest, no battlefields in play, and Hero of the Three Trees. I assume Dragon's going to buy the Niten Master. We see a Prodigy with 1. So up to 20 honor. Mystic gets purchased, so one of those honor blades is definitely going away. Chronicler Conquest gets bought. We do have a staging ground in the bin, so I guess we can see Bob the Rebuilder come down. And he'll gain an honor off the Chronicler. There's a Neat Master of 2 Fate. There's a Hero of the Three Trees, naked. So right now we are looking at SirVoltar ending the turn at 23 honor. And he is first player, so he's probably going to take the air ring off the table. I would probably throw a Hero of the Three Trees. Military air. I don't like going for air because we know he's got a Common Cause in his hand, and that Neat Master is going to be throwing wrenches in the works, though. Cuneicoma's not a great target, or doesn't have a great target. You don't want to battle Mitsu because he's going to gain you 1 point of honor. But if you use Cuneicoma, going political fire. Okay, so he's going for the money for Bob the Rebuilder. So we're going to see him come down and his staging grounds get dumped into play. Or the exposed courtyard. Nope, that got cycle rebirth then. There is no exposed courtyard, it's just staging grounds. Finds meditations, so there's his happy farming spot. SirVoltar proudly proclaiming he's found the farmlands. Quite arable. Yeah. So let's see. Dragon needs to do nothing. There's a Common Cause in hand. Problem is, well, there's no attachments he can play. Kami Unleashed doesn't feel great on a fire ring. So Cuneicoma's not going to be able to do anything. I think you 100. Oh, we see a court game's come down. That'll do a thing. Slowly just try and stem some of that honor gain. Bob the Rebuilder should be making an appearance here. No. why go fire? And he bows Mitsu, so he's denying himself an honor there. So he doesn't have the apprentice, architect, or engineer, whatever the fuck that card's called, in his hand. Otherwise, that would have come down. He would have gained an honor. I think here, void Ring of Capitalism. Ring of Capitalism's a weird choice. Neat Master can stand himself for defense or never swing back. I would consider going military here, just to because doesn't finds courteous greeting. The correct play here is defend the prodigy and sit them both down, and force the last. Why would you defend with the hero? You have a military conflict left. Gains an honor. Probably should have bowed first. Because something can happen to. I mean, I don't think there's anything in the deck that could happen to the hero. Yeah, you 100% use. See, man, that's bothersome to me. I would have defended with the prodigy, used a courteous greeting, make him burn a stand to get the ring effect, and then you have an actual red number to go forward on this attack with. So decides to go air. Oh, he's got the favor. Fine. That'll do a thing, I guess. I still don't like it. You could have saved the prodigy for a turn. And I mean, air is the choice for the game plan of honoring out. There's a hawk tattoo in, so it's going to stop the unopposed. Don't believe there's only one card in the conflict discard pile, so nothing for Mitsu to do. He could call and cause himself up, but you don't want to do that because then he's still going to gain an honor off of it. I would have much preferred going Earth because now that would put the hands at equal. Plays out a reprieve. That feels a little strange. Void Fist. You can't play another character into this because they'll just get punched in the gut as well. But now you are equal on cards, which is actually a fairly big deal. Mystic eats one of the honored blades, so there's no second conflict for Dragon. So SirVoltar ends the turn where he started at 20 honor. Dragon keeps Season of War and Cycle of Rebirth. That's a rough flip. That is not so good for line. Clearly you gotta buy the Armament Artisan. But then you have a bad time. He's got No cards to speak of in hand. He's not out of the game. He'll be down a province here. Stoic Rival buys the Artisan because that's the only thing he can do. We're going to see a staging ground flip. Doesn't buy Yokuni, wants the money. Gets a Spirit Caller. Okay, he's okay. That'll help keep things alive. Honored General would be a good Spirit Call target. It's got plenty of battlefields in play now. So the Chronicler can do things. Military Air. Finds a Kensen Nogaka. So there's Pathfinder's Blade, so I think you get the Honored General, honor him, honor the Artisan, and then just call that as good as you can get. Defends with a Spirit Caller, so that way, even if he does get punched home, well, he's got a favorable ground. So this is actually fine. Even if he loses one honor, he'll win one off of Mitsu. I have to imagine there's a let go. Yeah, there's 3 let go, so that Honored Blade isn't going to stick around any. Well, he's got 3 cards, so it might stick around longer than he would like. Spirit calls a Spirit Caller, finds the let go for the Honored Blade. Spirit calls the Honored General, who should honor himself. How did he pick the wrong guy? That has to be the right guy. I guess not. I guess he could have gone for the Samurai. Gotten an honor off the Samurai. No, good enough. Would have had to be the Chronicler. Gotten an honor off the Chronicler. So, this is still okay-ish. It could stop a break, which is not nothing. But I can see... Oh yeah, Kensen's not going to go off anyway. There's a Pathfinder's Blade. Definitely playing out cards. So that coming down, let go that, and there's the Void Fist from hand, but not from hand, from discard pile. Honored General goes home. So Kensen's going to break. It ain't going to do anything, because Pathfinder's Blade is a thing. Lion is up on cards. There's the attempt at Kensening. Still gains an honor, so managing to stay high up but not gain any ground. Other stronghold, pilgrimage, meditations, manicured garden. Nope, it's going to be meditations. And I think you go water here. Maybe get the Spirit Caller back up. He is going to get. So you got, hang on, what's Lion's provinces? We've seen Earth, Void, and whatever the hell Kensen Nogaka is. So it could either be Spectral Visitations or Dishonorable Assault. I know most Lion players are running Spectral Visitations on the box. but I know SirVoltar tends to run Dishonorable Assault on the box. So we see a neat Master Defense. I mean, you've got the cards, right? A Bonsai takes you over. Are we just going to see it go? What is happening here? You win Earth. Seeker. He may have a Spirit Call Prodigy in hand, which could be huge. The hesitancy to defend tells me that. Well, I mean, the Stoic Rival can defend. He's not going to do crap for you, right? And just straight up dishonor him. No defense pass, just going to take it. Can't play out the card in his hand. Kind of would have liked the Water Ring better to stand a Spirit Caller, because then you can threaten a swing back. Loses a Void Fist, so that was a dead card. This is an odd situation for Low Bid Lion. They have infinitely more cards than their opponent. So we see a big old push at Courteous Greeting. Goes for the Water Ring, so Mitsu will be up and ready for defense in case something happens. Yeah, I would have liked that Water Ring a lot more on attacking with Lion. No defense. Not breaking. Will be breaking because the Mountains Anvil Castle will not be breaking. Didn't necessarily need to do that, unless he's got some answer for the Stoic Rival. Not going to have way to generate conflict. Mitsu will stick around because of the reprieve. Not in the worst spot in the world. Edging up just a little bit on honor. And he will be on the play, so Spirit Caller and Prodigy. So he can win this turn. 100%. He's at 22. Buys a Spirit Caller. Yeah. This should be game because he's on the play. Right? Because he's going to attack air. Spirit Call. So that will take him to 23 because Akami is dishonored. And then Spirit Call in. Yeah, he should have hit the favor. Oh no, Exposed Courtyard was also a thing. Yeah, I don't. Right, because you've got. Ooh, do you have two Orators? Or Chronicler of Conquests? You don't, but you have a Venerable Historian, so that'll work just as well. But that means he's got to go political. His hand doesn't matter. He should win, right? Attack air takes you to 23. Chronicler takes you to 24. Historian takes you to 25. And you go with the Prodigy as well to eat a Court Games. think he sees the line and he sees the protection. He has to defend the Stoic rival, and he has to dishonor the... he may not actually have this. Because you take the Chronicler. Yeah, that Stoic rival might actually stop this from firing. But he may also have the luxury of time here. I'd be real leery about using the Spirit or the Kitsuki, unless you can play the card in your hand. So after this investigator resolves, we should be able to see entirely what is going to happen this turn. Not a lot. So that Stoic rival is going to stop the win from happening right this second. Right? Because you don't have less cards. Tactical Ingenuity got discarded. That might not have been the thing to discard. Legion of One can't get played. Call to War can get played. Way of the Line can get played. It's going to be hairy. Oh no! That's right. These guys are stupid. They can get the Kami unleashed. No, this is game. This should be game. SirVoltar should Spirit Call in the Kami, sack it again. That'll take him to... Why would you do that? Oh no! Right? These guys don't have to just be discard in one of your discard piles. Yep. No, you had it. Well, no, now you still have it, because now he can't dishonor the Kami. Oh my god. Why didn't you grab the Kami to win? Oh, that hurts my heart. Get my Southern on. He had it. He had that game. So now Yokuni Spirit calls in Raitsugu. I don't know that that's great, because favorable ground sends the Prodigy home. Yeah, I mean, that was always going to happen. That's fine. Unless you can do it again to get rid of the Historian. Someone's taking a dirt nap. Yeah, he could have, if he had pulled the Kami, he would have honored out here. Mitsu gets bowed. You gotta run at... Go fire. You gotta go, courteous greeting? Really? Going political? Because here you defend the Prodigy and turn things sideways. Okay, military feels a little better. Because that way you'll still get the fire ring. So you don't have the favor, you don't have any cards in your hand that are useful, so you defend, turn everyone sideways. Right? There's nothing... Legion of One. I guess he can Legion, if that's only on attack. Ah, man, then why... that hurts as well. He could have attacked, like, just not defended, attacked, broken, say, Pilgrimage. Okay, so one of the line characters probably going to get dishonored. Probably not going to amount to much of anything. Um, man, the line was missed. No conflicts. He could have even gone back void, broken, killed Mitsu. Okay, we have seen how many? We've seen 2 Ikoma prodigies. There are no battlefields in play. Who fired the seasons? Why would you play seasons? You could have accidentally just lost the game to... Is the order you control? No, if it's in play. Buys a swordsmith, buys a hero, buys Mozo, doesn't matter. Okay. So, what do you do here? You got one character with covert. Oh, the sequencing is bad for the order to come out, or I say order, I don't know why I keep saying order, Chronicler of Conquest to come out. Because the favorable ground can just get used, and then you've got a piddly body. Swordsmith finds a Finger of Jade. Lion right on the cusp of victory. Dragon needs to be careful with what it does here, because too many more cards get played or drawn, and the hero wins the game on the conflict. Finger of Jade gets played. Your first attack has to be with 2 people. Actually, I don't think it matters. Oh, this is a sticky situation. And it kind of feels like whoever blinks first is the one that's going to lose. Mitsu going in Paul Air, coverting Mozo. Going Mill Air, sorry. Back to Paul. Over to Yokuni. Yeah, Hansecker, if you rewatch this, SirVoltar, he's a local to both of us. Actually had the game, but missed Spirit Calling and the Kami Unleashed. So this game could have been over last turn. So Political Air, we see a Defend with the Prodigy. Oh, you've been watching the whole thing? Yeah. This is where we're at. So SirVoltar needs to 100% Spirit Call in the Chronicler Conquests. That needs to be yeah, it's hard not to. Like, I'm pissing and moaning here at what's going on, but I'm trying to not scream at the screen too much. He needs to Spirit Call in the Chronicler to force a favorable grounds out. Honor General is a bit of a slower play. It does leave some counterplay there, but I would have gone for the Chronicler first. Oh no, he could have favorable ground someone in. So now we're playing a bit of cat and mouse here. If he's got Bob the Rebuilder, he's in a really good spot as well. I believe we're at that chicken moment where if he fires a favorable ground now, like as it stands, oh man, another line would have been to Spirit Call in the Armament Artisan first, then get the Honor General, and then it doesn't matter what happens. There's another Honor General, so that can still happen, and that line of play doesn't rely on the favorable ground not getting burned. So that has to be it. Right, you can't get the Chronicler because the grounds will get used. It does nothing. You have more cards, so Hero of the Three Trees is dead. Artisan got pulled out of sequence. So yeah, once Dragon decides what to do, the only answer you have is to pass. I don't know what teammates there are, who's on what team. So uses Yokuni to get the Investigator. You get the other General. Now your hand doesn't matter. Now the only thing that will end up mattering is if there's some kind of targeted dishonor, but this shouldn't matter. There's a court games, doesn't matter. I mean, you take the court games, but yeah, it looks like he's got it. Looks like Lance, assuming his name is Lance, does the little grimace smiley face emoticon from my time period, acknowledging that there's plenty of honor. Nothing that happens here should matter. He passes. It's probably a question about lunch. He passes. I don't think there's anything that can be done. Like you can, if you have, oh god, this is fucking terrible, right? No cards have been played in the conflict yet from Dragon. So there's a Void Fist there. He is running one Assassinate that I saw, yes. So he could assassinate the Prodigy. No, he still don't have the cards. Oh, there's a Hawk Tattoo. Pull him in. Gets another action. That's the first card that's played. There's that. We're going to see a Void Fist on one of them, but I don't think that's going to do enough. So he will get the break, but without the... Yeah, I won't get the break. break doesn't matter. I think they're just playing out cards now. Yeah, I think we are there. That favorable ground brings in this investigator. We're just burning time now. Numbers get big, but there's the concession. There's an apology for, I guess, wasting a few moments. I don't think that's strictly necessary. Nothing here was particularly bad-mannered, I don't think. That was a good game. Could have Yokuni for Spirit calling the Stoic. Yeah, if he would have Spirit called in the Stoic, who's in this pile, would have needed to throw an attachment, but had the... Yeah, I think... I don't think there was much way out on that one. It was a well-played game. So, there we go. Whoo! Okay, well, that was a good game. I know I've said that a bunch of times right now, but I don't really have much else to throw at this. It looked like for a moment that line was going to peter out, but yeah, I think there may have been a little over-aggression there. Um, there were definitely some misplays on the Lion's side. Yep, SirVoltar won. He got his honor victory. Um, so yeah, thank you for joining. And I don't know if there's any other games being played today, but I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.